We are seeing some interesting things happening right now in the cryptocurrency space as Dogecoin is continuing to follow along this line of transactions. This right here shows you exactly how important transactions are. When we do see the transactions for Dogecoin going up really fast, that almost always indicates that a spike is coming. And what that means as well is that when Robinhood does release the wallets, it is going to absolutely change the game for Dogecoin even more than people are predicting. Take a look. You can see right here. So one of the ways we were able to predict this Dogecoin spike is because that white line showing transactions actually went up. And let me go ahead and make sure to screenshot this so we can zoom in a little bit more on it. But you can see this right here is the line that shows transactions. And as it starts to go up, the white line there, then the price often will follow and catch up to exactly around where that transaction number is going. So we started to see the transaction spiking before Dogecoin did. And you wonder, how is Matt Wallace able to predict so many cryptos so easily? It's because we use metrics like this. We look at the transactions, we look at the volume, we look at the community, we look at everything around it. That's why our picks have been so successful in the past, and that's why if you're new to the channel, you should subscribe with notifications on as quickly as you can to stay updated in real time and join the fastest growing new channel on all of YouTube in 2021, the fastest growing cryptocurrency channel in 2021 by far. And this right here is very indicative of where the future is going, because a lot of people are still underrating what it will mean when more than 60% of our user base who currently uses Robinhood for most of their Dogecoin holdings gets access to an actual wallet. It's going to cause these transaction numbers to go up massively, and then the price is going to follow, and that will be the next major spike that happens from the Robinhood wallets. So everyone needs to be looking out for that and staying up to date on it, because it is extremely exciting, and we're going to be watching that extremely closely and keeping our finger on it. By the way, if you have not pressed like yet, what the heck are you doing? And Townsley R says, Twitter super followers unite. We are now up to 71 in a matter of days. So that's pretty crazy. Twitter followers are growing extremely fast when it comes to super followers. You get access to a lot of additional benefits by doing that, as well as a follow back, which of course a lot of people are like, oh great, now we can message Matt Wallace and he'll see it. Because unfortunately a lot of people do message, and we get a ton of messages every single day on Twitter, so it's hard to go through all of them. I try to respond from time to time, but with that many, it just simply is not possible to respond to everyone. So if you did send me a message, I may see it. I will try to look through them again tonight, but if you don't get a response, I'm not ignoring you. It's just that it's hard to go to all of them at one time. But if you are following someone and they're following you back, then the message goes directly to their inbox, so you don't have to worry about that. You can bypass that little thingy mabobber there. And right now with the transactions though, we are also seeing the average transaction fee currently at 64 cents. So it's still pretty dang low. You compare that to Ethereum, where you have very high gas fees, very high fees all across the board. It is nowhere near the same as Dogecoin when it comes to the ability to be used on a large scale as a cryptocurrency. And the Dogecoin update is only going to make that even better and increase the gap even more when it comes to which ones can be used as a crypto more. This person says, Jack Keenel says, Mini Kishu NFT staking trending number 3 on CoinGecko. Check it, Matt. As always, maybe we will, probably not, but who knows? It says apparently number 3 on CoinGecko. It's trending right now. A lot of these coins are starting to go off, and there's actually a few examples where it's good, a few examples where it is bad, but here's an example where it definitely was bad. This person lost $470,000 by putting his money into a dog-themed cryptocurrency. What is that cryptocurrency, you may ask? Well, it has a pretty strange name. The cryptocurrency itself right here is called Anubis DAO, which is a different type of dog, obviously, than the Shiba Inu, but this cryptocurrency was able to go to a market cap that was over $50 million, making people a decent amount of money, especially who got in early, and then all of a sudden, they decided to rug pull it, is what we believe happened here. Now, there's no way to know that for sure, but this is why there's a risk involved. When you do invest in a small cryptocurrency, make sure whatever the heck you do to do a lot of research first, understand what you're investing in, who the people behind it are, and then that way you have a better idea, and so you can avoid situations like this. Should you be worried and scared with most investments? Absolutely not. Most people in the crypto space are good-hearted. They're not going to do that to you. They'll do the right thing, and this is the very, very, very rare case when we do see someone doing the wrong thing and putting that first. Obviously not the ideal situation anywhere near it, but with that happening, we also don't know for sure that it was a rug pull. It could have been someone hacking it, which is I think a little bit more of a concern, or some sort of dev who got access to it and then was able to then get hacked themselves, and then maybe that is what caused it, or some type of phishing scam. All of those are possibilities on the table. They tweeted out that it's technically not a problem, just an unforeseen error with copper that caused a small delay as the team rushed to rectify the problem, fixing the bug, and that was one of the utmost importance things for them. And according to them, there's a quote there. And as such, it took priority and delayed our plans to announce the official LBP. So they're seeming to claim that it was not a rug pull and that the tokens are going to go back into people's wallets and the money will be going back. We'll have to see, but always be careful and keep that in consideration. By the way, this is one of the big stories of the last 24 hours. AMC is now also considering accepting Shiba Inu coin. They put out a poll on, or specifically the CEO of AMC put out a poll, Adam Aaron, on Twitter asking this. Twitter poll number 2. As you know, you can now purchase AMC gift cards. By the way, you're going to be able to purchase AMC tickets directly with Dogecoin soon and other cryptocurrencies. They're saying you can now purchase it, and our IT group is writing code so that soon we can accept online payments in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Dogecoin, among others. Should we strive to take Shiba Inu too? And here what the poll results said. Yes, Shiba Inu for sure, 79%. Then yes, the more the merrier, had 7%. No, you have enough choice, 7%. And no, don't take Shiba Inu, 7%. And so basically, people are wanting Shiba Inu coin to be accepted too. The truth is, Dogecoin is going to be by far the most spent cryptocurrency in the world once the Robinhood wallets come out. But at this current point in time, there are also opportunities for Shiba Inu coin to be starting to be accepted more broadly as well, because Shiba Inu coin is not held any on Robinhood. It's mostly held on exchanges that do have access to wallets. So right now, that does give Shiba Inu coin a small advantage when it comes to being spent. That could even be bigger if you specifically have connections being made from the wallets to big companies that are accepting it. But that is why we have to keep that in mind when it comes to price. This is priced into a lot of coins. With Dogecoin, the ability to spend it at a high level is not priced into it yet because you can't spend it for the majority of Dogecoin holders. So that's not priced into it, which means the current price right now is likely much smaller than what it's going to be. All of the indications are continuing to tell us that, yes, Dogecoin is up a lot this week, around that 30 cents area, which is fantastic, but that's nothing compared to the spikes that we are going to see in the future. And in particular, one major, the big one, which is going to change lives and create generational wealth. It will be a very quick spike. It's not going to be long and drawn out. And when that happens, that's the big opportunity to truly change life for a lot of people, become a millionaire, potentially, depending on how much you currently have invested. How much Doge do you have to own to be a millionaire? Well, that really is a tough question to answer. If Dogecoin goes up to $1, well, then you're going to have to hold a lot less than if it has to go up to 50 cents for you to become a millionaire. Or if it's going to go up to $10, well, then you really don't have to hold hardly any at all to become a millionaire compared to how much money you originally invest in. So all of that has to be factored in. Obviously, some of those latter targets that I mentioned are much harder goals to achieve, but still definitely options on the table, something that can happen, as we have seen this MicroStrategy continuing to buy big into cryptocurrency. They have added 9,000 BTC. Think about that. They own a large percentage of the entire amount of BTC, and that's just in the third quarter alone. 9,000. When you see big players putting that much investment, putting that much energy and time, like this guy here, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, then you know the energy is there and it's going to go up even higher. As we have seen, a sleeping Bitcoin whale has officially come back online again. This Bitcoin whale turned $4. I'm not kidding. $4 into $3 million in only 11 years. That's insanity. And the craziest part about this is, in that entire 11-year span, they never even touched their Bitcoins until today. They never touched their Bitcoins, not a single time. Each one, BTC, now worth $62,000. And so this person got it when it was only pennies for one BTC and is now obviously starting to cash in big. They likely didn't even realize that they had the BTC still. Maybe they thought they lost it. They could have found an old hard drive or something that had it on there. And hopefully there's other people out there who are in that similar situation, but it's just kind of crazy to think what can happen in cryptocurrency. This crypto investor losing $470,000, though, that's the flip side. That's the more negative part of it. And venture capitalists are also starting to invest more as well. It's not just Michael Saylor. It's not just that dude who put in $4 and it's now $3 million. We now have more people starting to come in and really invest big into cryptocurrency. Take a look at this. In the first 3 quarters of 2021, venture capitalists put a record $21.4 billion into cryptocurrency. Where venture capitalists start to venture, that is where a lot of other people are going to follow. They are taking big swings for the most part here. A lot of them are going to fail, but the ones that do succeed are going to succeed so big, at least that's the theory, that it will make all of the ones that fail almost and completely and totally unimportant. It won't matter. You'll just be making it and raking it in big with all of that. As we now have a bunch of new people coming into live. If you just came in, go ahead, press like for a second there. You know what the heck to do, and we can help this video go to as many people as possible. It doesn't matter what coin you're holding. If you like the meme coin community, definitely come in. And we know meme coins, that's just a fun name for them. They actually do have way more utility than a lot of people give them credit for. You're totally right about network fees. Meme fungible tokens has been selling NFTs on OpenSea, and Ethereum fees have been insane lately. Maybe they'll accept NFTs on the Doge network. That is absolutely something we want to make happen. NFTs and Dogecoin coming together is the perfect opportunity there. Yes, what the heck are you waiting for? But with Ethereum fees, I mean, you can pay $150, $200 in gas fees just for one transaction on the ETH chain because of what's happening with NFTs right now. It's insane. And obviously Solana is trying to slide in there and take a huge chunk of the NFT market. They haven't yet. So there's an opportunity there if you're trying to make money. And also with Ethereum, I think there's going to be even more NFT action that happens in the future, which means the gas fees we see now could even go up way higher than that. What needs to happen is a restructuring of Ethereum and the way fees are, which is already being worked on, that will make that better. But for now, it's just the way it is, and you can end up spending a heck of a lot of money on Ethereum gas fees. I probably spent $5,000 on Ethereum gas fees in my life, maybe more. I'm not sure the exact amount, but if you're sending $100,000 and you're transferring it from, let's say, Ethereum to another cryptocurrency like T-King or whatever you're doing, you can end up paying only $150 to do $100,000. But where it starts to get into bad territory is if you're only doing, say, $500. Or if you have $1,000 in your wallet and you're trying to transfer that, then that $150, $200 fee is going to be absolutely crazy in comparison to the amount that you're sending. And so that's where it becomes a problem. And that's why so many of us have spent so much on this. I mean, just think about that. Those miners are taking huge amounts of our money, and that's why mining is one of the most profitable businesses in the world right now. But hopefully it won't be in the future, because we would much rather have ourselves having that lower fee structure than having the miners raking in more cash. It's still worth it on the Ethereum chain, and it still makes sense as a currency, but Dogecoin is better than that because you don't have to worry about those fees. That's why we're so optimistic that Dogecoin can pass Ethereum. It's going to happen. It's only a matter of time before Dogecoin does end up passing Ethereum. By the way, when it comes to venture capital, what are they putting their money into? They're putting it into the future. When it comes to blockchain, when it comes to making worlds, NFTs, games, when it comes to using it as a system of currency across the entire globe, transferring money from different countries, all of these different applications that have major potential to disrupt the entire economy in a positive way. And that's why people want to really be getting in and making money. Petition or what, says James Newman. Yes, we need to make that happen. Then we have Matt. Can you give us your opinion on Satima Inu? I believe I've heard of that. I will just say this, at this point, it's a very oversaturated market when it comes to coins that are using a dog name on them. Why? Because so many of them keep being successful. So we may be toward the end of the line when it comes to the amount that are going to be successful. Now, the truth is, the ones that have already made it into the public eye in a big way still have massive room to grow. But the ones that are smaller are definitely posing some risks here. You have to really do your research and find one that you know has a good team behind it, because just simply having a dog logo on it is not enough to put your money in. It's not. You can try, but most likely you're going to lose money on more of those investments than you will make money on. And if you do make money, you got lucky. And you should take that money and run away with it and maybe put it into Dogecoin or Ethereum or something else, or Shiba Inu coin if you want. But put it in whatever you think has a higher chance of going up between one of the top cryptos, rather than taking too many chances with those. What you really are looking for when it comes to small cryptos is ones that have actual utility. The cool things that are happening beyond just the name. Perhaps the name alone can cause it to go up if it's a big name that's creative, like the Squid Games cryptocurrency that ended up going up 72,000% in a week, because that starts out at $1, right, and then goes up. So stuff like that is where you really see big opportunities to make money fast. By the way, Squid Games crypto, their pre-sale sold out in 1 second. So people are ready, and then it ended up skyrocketing fast. So the people who did get it ended up doing pretty dang well. There are also snipers who will come in and take that when a coin does start out. And so there's obviously different methods you have to do, like launching 3 different times with 2 fake ones and 1 real one to try to avoid stuff like that. And by the way, it's not all about crypto either. Look at this. We now have tungsten cubes, which are cubes that are heavier than they look. Now going for big amounts of money. We're talking $3,000 for a 4-inch cube that weighs 42 pounds, which is pretty crazy. So who knows? Maybe we can start saying tungsten cubes to the moon next. Should we do a video on tungsten cubes? Who's investing in them? Probably not that many people. But Bitcoin mining is an even bigger place for investment. Look at this. 100 million was just invested in a new crypto IPO for mining Bitcoin. Then we also have, on top of that, take a look at this. This company just started doing 6,500 more orders for mining machines from Canaan, which is based in China, which means some Chinese companies are still actually profiting from crypto mining, just not being able to mine themselves. So pretty incredible stuff happening here. What's your thoughts on the NFT art finance? I feel like it's super undervalued. No question about that. NFTs will take off. Trust me on that. I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I'll see you in the next video.